Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is October 10, 2021. Let's talk about mid-cap growth stocks with a 10x potential. These are all the great growth stocks. I love investing in small cap and mid-cap stocks because they will give you very good growth potential. So with that, we'll look at few stocks. I got few images for you here. First is Riot Blockchain, one of the premier blockchain companies. It's into Bitcoin mining. And then we got 3D systems, which is really helping with the 3D printing, which is an emerging theme. And we got Sprout Social. Every business want to have a nice social image, and Sprout Social can help with that. So with that, let's jump in and look at some of these companies and deep dive into some of these companies. So let's look at a few stocks here. So as you can see here, all these are mid-cap stocks. I got here sorted by 1 year performance here. All these have done nicely in 1 year. Also, all these stocks have got nice sales growth. Look here, we've got 1 year sales growth, quarter over quarter sales growth, and gross margin. All these companies have got nice sales growth and nice gross margin, and some of them even have got nice net margin, which tells you the companies which have got the net margin are really profitable companies right now. And also I made sure the debt to equity ratio is low. That means these companies are not taking too much debt on their balance sheet. And all these stocks have got low RSI. So if you want to buy some of these stocks here, you could buy them at a nice entry point. And look at IV percentile. Some of these stocks have got high IV percentile. So if you're a put option seller, you could sell some put options and take it from there. We got KLIC here. We got STAA. And we got one more here with the high IV percentile, which is Decker Outdoors. And in this, I'm not really talking about making some premium out of put options, but these are really stocks that you can buy and hold for years to come. And some of you might want to buy call options. If you're a buyer of a call option, look for IV percentile. The low IV percentile stocks like Riot Blockchain here, and even 3D systems, low IV percentile here. Those are the good ones for you to buy a long-term leap type call option and hang on to it forever. And then we got a few more with low IV percentile, like FLGT as an example. We got TX with a low IV percentile. We got a few more like SIMO here, and even CX, and we got a few more. EXPI is a good one, ITT, and so on and so forth. Even APN for that matter, low IV percentile, you could buy some call options. So with that, top of the list we got Riot Blockchain. All these blockchain companies, at least this stock has been dropping off late, as you can see here. You could buy some and sock it away. If you're not an options person, you can buy the stock outright and sock it away. And I'm sure crypto will come very nicely in a year or so, and you will be very happy that you bought this stock here. And then we got here 3D systems, and we got few more here. We'll look at them in a little more detail. In summary, all these stocks you could buy and take advantage of this downturn here. I like stocks like Sprout Social, which is a great social networking company here. I also like stocks like EXPI, which is beaten down here. I also like YELP. This goes up and down. Right now it's trying to turn around, as you can see here, and same story with the Fulgent here. And as you look through, I love Daq Energy, China-based company here, and even APN for that matter. It's a good one. Right now it's down. You could buy some and take it from there. All these stocks are good here. You could buy a little bit and sock it away and come back after a year or so. You'll be happy that you bought some of these stocks here. And next we'll look at a few more here. As you can scan through here, we've got a couple of great companies here. Couple of these early stage biotech companies like Corcept here. You could buy, sock it away. Nice sales growth, nice gross margin, as you can see here. And we got Fresh Pet, which is into pet, I guess. It's a good one. Nice sales growth, nice gross margin. And as you scan through, we got Blueprint, which is a great biotech play here. You could buy socket away. I love Encino also. Encino is a bank operating system, great fintech stock here. It's been down for a while, as you can see here, but showing some turnaround in 3 month time frame. I would buy some Encino and socket away. And we got few more here. OLED, even Opco Health for it's just a $3 stock. Nice sales growth, nice gross margin, and even nice net margin here. This stock should have gone higher. It's really stuck a little bit at a lower level here. And then we got gold stock here, which is a good one, Royal Gold. And we got a couple of these precious metal stocks like silver stock, PAAS, AUY, which is a gold stock, and so on and so forth. And we look at few more here as usual. Look at what's happening to IV percentile and RSI. All these are lower RSI candidates. If you want to sell some put option, you could sell some for the OLED here with the high IV percentile. And let's go through here with a few more. We got ENIC, Joy. I love this stock. This goes up and down violently. Now it's showing some turnaround, as you can see here. Sage Therapeutics, which is a great biotech play here. Stock is down off rate. You could buy some, forget it for a couple of years. And then you got a few more LHCG, MRCY, and Boston Beer. Boston Beer, as you all know, had some issue with their hard seltzer. I think that's going to change as we go forward. You could buy this quality company like Boston Beer, sock it away, and come back after a year. This will do very nicely. So with that, let's jump in here, look at few more stocks with a little more detail, and see how do we spot these stocks. So you can do this at your home also. So with that, here we got a few stocks with a little more detail. You could get these type of charts from Thinkorswim, from TD Ameritrade. Very easy to do. And as you can see here, we got Riot blockchain here. It's a crypto mining play here. It's one of the greatest crypto miner in North America. As you can see here, it's into Bitcoin mining. Stock is doing pretty sideways off rate, as you can see here. Bitcoin is making lot of news. China is banning Bitcoin. There is regulations and so on and so forth. Look what's happening to on the balance volume. Even though news is all a little bit bad here, on the balance volume is pretty steady. That tells you big institutions, they're scooping up and positioning themselves for a nice profit margin. And we should also do that as these big money managers scoop up Riot blockchain. We should buy socket away. I'm sure crypto will do nicely. Along with that, Riot blockchain will also do nicely. Look here, institutions are buying 50%. Nice sales growth, nice gross margin, easily beats rule of 40. Even high short ratio can create a short squeeze a little bit later. And even low floater, 93 million float for a let's see here, for a big market cap like 2 billion market cap. And then you got 3D Systems here, DDD. Similar trend here, as you can see. Stock is kind of trading sideways, but look here, on the balance volume is pretty steady and rising. So that tells you even the stock is down or trading range, big money managers are buying this company and holding onto it, so that way they can make money as stock moves. This is one of the bigger 3D printing play here. They have operations in Americas, Europe, and so on and so forth, which is a good, nice 3D play here. And then you got Sprout Social, one of my favorite stocks here. This company designs, develops, operates web-based social media management tools. As you can see here, nice looking chart. I love this chart here. But suddenly what happened? Stock came down. As all the growth stocks are taking some hit, this stock also took some hit here, trying to bounce off of its 50-day moving average here. Look what's happening to on the balance volume. Even though stock dropped, on the balance volume is pretty steady. That tells you big money managers are buying this stock here and accumulating, taking advantage of this downturn here. Look here, nice sales growth, 1 year 27%, quarter over quarter 42%, nice gross margin, net margin negative, understandable for early stage companies like Sprout Social. And if you look at EXPI, it's a digital real estate play here. They help home buyers and even brokers for that matter, help with the listings here. Nice looking chart. Right now, stock is struggling a little bit. On the balance, volume is pretty steady. That tells you even the stock is struggling a little bit, folks are buying it and accumulating, positioning themselves for a nice profit later. And EXPA, as you can see, a nice sales growth here, nice gross margin, and stock has done just 55% in 1 year, which is also good. Institutions are buying slowly, as you can see here, 2%, which is okay. So we'll look at a few more here and take it from there. So as you see here, we got Daq Energy, one of the China's premier solar play here. I love this company. They're doing very good. Of late, there is some issue and human right violation in a region where this company operates. That's why stock is kind of sort of trading in the trading range here. On the balance, volume is kind of steady at this point. It came down. Now it's steady. This used to be a hot shot stock a couple months ago. I would buy and sock it away. As you can see here, Daq Energy, nice sales growth, 1 year, quarter over quarter, nice gross margin. Company makes money, nice net margin here. I would buy and sock it away and come back after a year or so. And then you got nCino here, bank operating system, like we talked about, not getting enough love from Wall Street, but folks are accumulating, as you can see here. On the balance, volume is pretty nice here. I would buy this fintech play, bank operating system here. And this is really helping all the big banks with their financial and fintech operations. And then you got BPMC. It's a Blueprint Medicines. It's one of those great play when it comes to hematology disorders. They got various drugs here to help with the cancers. Stock is a little bit struggling here, trying to go up now. On the balance, volume is pretty steady. Stock like this can be a great stock going forward. That's why it's good to buy at this time and go from there. Look here, nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Company is making money, net margin positive. So it's good to buy such a company which is not a money loser and take it from there. Last but not least, we got Sam here, the Boston Beer Company, one of the premier beverage company in United States. Stock has fallen off the cliff. 2 times they could not make the earnings properly because of the hard seltzer issue. Looks like supply chain planning is not great. They could not get a good pulse of it. That's why stock came down. Now they're fixing their supply chain issues. Stock should take care of itself. So I think it's a good one for you to buy and sock it away and go from there. And now we look at some of these companies in little more detail and see if we can buy those, what this company has to offer. Let's look at the Riot blockchain here. It's a premier Bitcoin mining company in America. I think these guys are doing great, and they got a lot of big Bitcoin mining operations in US. There's a bigger facility in Texas, as you can see here, and they're also doing some good efficiency when it comes to energy consumption. So overall, it's a premier blockchain type company helping with the Bitcoin mining. As you look through here, what's going on in Bitcoin? There used to be a time where many companies did not care about Bitcoin. Now see here, BlackRock, one of the premier institutions here, it's warming up to blockchain. Fidelity, warming up to blockchain here. You got MicroStrategy, big into blockchain. They are really buying the Bitcoin. We got Visa showing some interest in Bitcoin here and crypto. And we got Square, same story. Square is also big time into Bitcoin and crypto. So everybody want to get into crypto here because they know there is a lot of profit and future of the finance is in crypto. I think crypto will do very well in the future. That's why the larger traditional banking companies, financial institutions are warming up to crypto, and that can help these stocks, crypto stocks like Riot blockchain and many more. So with that, if you look through here, quick numbers, from an earnings per share perspective, Riot blockchain is making some progress here. It's losing less money as we go forward. That's a good sign here. And from a sales perspective, Riot blockchain is doing great. As you can see here, $7.80, a little bit low, but came up nicely in 2020. Shares outstanding is a little bit higher, which is understandable. They need some money for their operations here. That's why they're issuing some stock. But given the sales growth is nice, I would it's okay by me, even though I'm not too happy with this clip here. But they're also growing, from a sales top line perspective. And from a stock chart, we got here a weekly chart here. Stock did very nicely, goes up and down along with the Bitcoin. $25 stock here, market cap of $2 billion. Nice looking chart. Right now, stock is sold off, as you can see here, and it's showing some signs of improvement here. This is a good entry point here. You could buy some stock here and hold it for a long time. If you're an options buyer, you could buy some option outright and hold it for a long time. And let's look at Riot blockchain in a little more detail. This is the Q2 earnings they have done a while ago. As you look here, they got nice Bitcoin mining per day, and they got nice margin here. They got a lot of 675 Bitcoin mined, revenue of 34.3 million. And I think statistics perspective, it's showing some good progress here. Lot of money in their balance sheet, as you can see here, and they got a lot of bitcoins in their coffer. That's also good. So overall, numbers look good here, and we'll jump in a little more. As you scan through, I always like to look at numbers in multiple quarters, so that way we understand the trend here. As you can see here, stock used to be doing very nicely before, $48 back in 2019. Now it came back to $25. As you scan through here, it's back to 2020 levels here. So that's why stock is oversold here. I think it's good to buy at these levels and accumulate slowly. And from a stock price perspective, as you can see here, it was $3 a while ago, and now it's $37. There is a nice growth here. So actually, let me take that back. I was talking about market cap a while ago. If you look at the market cap, it was $48 million market cap back in 2019. Look at the market cap now, $2.47 billion. That's a nice growth in the market cap. That tells you this company is taking market share and doing nicely in the crypto mining and Bitcoin mining area. And then we got price here. Look, $3 back in 2019, March. Now look at the price here, $37. And now it came down a little bit to 25. There are ups and downs. There are great growth stocks, a lot of turbulence, which is expected. But overall, the trajectory and the trend is in the positive direction. That's why I think it's good to buy the right blockchain at these levels and sock it away. And from a sales perspective, nice clip, as you can see here. I love this. $1 million back in 2019, right now 34 million. That's a good trend here. And they're doing nicely from a quarter-over-quarter sales perspective. Nice upswing here, as you can see here. That's a good story. Earnings per share is also improving nicely. I think company is doing nicely in last 3 quarters. And they're also giving a positive surprise to Wall Street, at least in the last quarter. They got a lot of cash here, as you can see here. They have improved their cash position in 2021. That's a good story. And very low debt, almost just $8 million. Debt to equity is 0. I love the companies which don't have too much debt on their balance sheet. This is one of those companies. And right now, free cash flow is negative, operating cash flow is negative. But see here, I think they're improving the operating cash flow here. Negative 65, now it's negative 55. From a free cash flow perspective, operating cash flow is a little bit negative here. I think they should improve their operating cash flow here. Gross margin is pretty nice. They're in the 60s consistently here for last 3 quarters. I think that's good. There's efficiency in their operations. That's why gross margin is nice. Operating margin is also nice. That's also good. Talks about efficiency in the company. Net margin positive. That's also great. And they got RO, return on assets, and return on equity. Both are positive. That's also good. Price to sales perspective, a little pricey, but not as pricey as before. That's good. The current drop, it's not as pricey. So, but by looking at this here, I feel like company doing the right thing. As you look through from various time frames here, trend is good, trend is positive. Stock is stuck right now at 25, so it's a good buying opportunity. I would buy here. I love stocks with the low debt, as you can see here, and improved sales growth here. That's a good story. I would buy and sock it away. And next we look at one more here, 3D systems. 3D system, 3D printing is a secular growth trend here. As you can see here, these guys have got a lot of 3D printing materials, 130 plus, 1000 plus patents. This patent is very important in these emerging technologies, and they got a lot of production parts. So overall, I think company are doing well. They want to defy the limitation and push the boundary, help with the 3D printing, help with the fast prototypes and manufacturing in various sectors, starting from regular manufacturing to even healthcare area. And for the next 3 years, market is expected to grow 17% compounded annual growth. I think that's where this company also can take a good share of this compounded annual growth, and they can take share in this 37 billion market cap, market opportunity here, and take a good bite out of that. So with that, let's jump in here, look at a few numbers. So as you look through here, they have services and software, they have hardware and materials, production expertise, and global reach. One of the premier player here. They can help your manufacturing to really scale and innovative as you go forward. And 3D printing, as you look through the numbers here, right now from a number perspective, earnings per share is negative. Like a little bit as a trend is not great here. It's a little bit negative, as you can see here. Looks like they almost doubled their earnings per share on the negative side. But sales is pretty okay. As you can see, 3D printing has got a lot of hype cycles. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not so hot. Right now, as you can see here in 2020, it's down a little bit. I'm sure 2021 could be a little better. And shares outstanding is pretty constant here, nothing to worry about. And stock price is $26 and a nice market cap, $3.3 billion. And stocks are doing nicely, caught fire early 2021 with all the 3D printing going up and up and up. Right now it's down into 50-day moving average, trying to bounce off of it. I would buy some here, sock it away, and look at it after maybe a year or so. And with that, let's look at some numbers here. 3D printing, 3D systems here, DDD, and stock price is $26. Market cap is $3.3 billion. As you look through here, it was $1.2 billion back in March 2019. Right now it's $3.3 billion. So it's moved in the right direction. I love the trajectory here. Are there bumps in the roads? Yes. 2020 COVID-19 times came down, bounced back nicely. And right now it's a little bit off of June highs here, but still, these growth stocks have the turbulence in them. They will go crash sometimes, they will bounce back nicely. That's why it's better to buy and sock it away. And we got here from a price perspective, $10 back in 2019. If you bought and kept it away, now we had a nice $39 or $40, almost four bagger, I would say, which is a good one. And from a sales perspective, it's improving the sales. There are bumps in the road, as you can see here, but overall they've done nicely. Nice quarter over quarter sales growth, as you can see here. And earnings per share is, I think they're doing okay, sometimes positive, sometimes they negatively surprise, but overall it's good. They do have a lot of cash on their balance sheet. From 2020 onward, they improved their cash position here, which is always good. They do have some debt, but debt to equity ratio is a little low, not too high. As you can see here, it was high before. Now they brought it down to 0.1, which is always good. And they do have free cash flow. It's positive free cash flow, positive operating cash flow. Company knows how to efficiently run their operations. Gross margin is nice here. It's a little bit down from last quarter, but it's nice here, as you can see here. It's in the 40s. Operating margin here is negative right now. Net margin is negative, but see here, it's trying to improve. It was up and down. It was minus 11, minus 53, and so on and so forth. Right now it's minus 5 from a net margin, which shows some improvement. They're trying to improve. Companies putting money into R&D here. I love companies who are investing in the R&D. That can help the company to outshine the competitors. That's always good. And from a ROE and ROA perspective, right now it's negative, but see here, there is some improvement. As you can see here, 30 minus 34, minus 18, minus 12, trending in the right direction. Same story with the return on assets also. From a price to sales perspective, it's very cheap right now, not an expensive play here. I would buy, sock it away, and go from there. And with that, we look at one more here, Sprout Social, one of my favorite stocks. I do have some of these stocks which I bought a while ago, has done nicely. It's really helping your business to improve their social presence. And they got a lot of management platform here that unlock the potential. And see here, they basically make your social presence very visible. And they're incredibly data-driven organization, it will help to analyze and track the trends in the social media. That's where all this going forward, all the companies are focusing more and more on the digital media, and these guys can help with the social presence. Next, look here, they got a lot of awards. This is not a small company here. This company has got a lot of awards, best place to work, and they got one of the best list in Fortune, consistently in 2020, 2021, best place to work. And see here, a lot of good awards. Company doing right things here, trying to really perform nicely, and culture-wise, good culture. And look here, they got a lot of customers, 29,000 plus, 100 plus countries. It's a global company. Annual recurring revenue, which is very important in the subscription business. It's really nice. They're growing ARR, or annual recurring revenue. They're also heavily into subscription. 99% of the revenue is subscription. That's always good. Nice revenue growth, nice gross profit. I think company is doing the right thing here, focusing solely on the customers and improving their top line and the bottom line in the meantime. And if you look through here, all these social media companies, they got a deep integration into the ecosystem. This company is integrated with all these social media players here. It can bring you nice insights on how to position your company through these multiple social media platforms here. And as you look through the numbers here, as earnings per share still negative, but it's trending in the right direction here. I think it's understandable for a Sprout Media type company, which is really trying to grow their business and operations. And sales, I love this clip here. Look here, nice sales growth. I would love to have this type of sales growth in all the companies. And outstanding increased a little bit, which is understandable. With this growth, I'm okay to give some benefit of doubt for the company, which is okay. Look what happened to stock price though. I mean, stock price came off a little bit. All the rotation from growth stocks to defensive stocks. That's why stock price came down. In a good opportunity to start accumulating here. You will not get this type of opportunity very often. It gave you some opportunity in the past, but now it's giving you opportunity again. I would buy and sock it away and hold it for a long time. Right now, $112. Nice $6 billion market cap. I think it's one of the great plays here. You could buy Sprout Social. If you want to buy some call option long term, you could do that too and sock it away. So with that, let's look at the numbers here. Stock price is $112. Market cap is $6 billion. Look, I love this trend here. It was $826 billion million dollar market cap. Right now, it's a $6 billion market cap. Nice trend here. I love this. Stock is company doing right thing, grabbing the market share from the competitors. From a stock price perspective, $16 stock back in 2019. Right now it's $112. Nice performance. If you bought this stock back in 2019 or so, you'd be easily, more than almost 10 bagger here, which is always good. Nice sales here. I love the sales number. It's trending in the right direction here, and nice sales growth. That's also good. company is a growth company. I would invest in these type of growth companies. Earnings per share perspective, it's negative right now. Company is not making money, but it's a growth company, which is okay. Nice cash here. They're not going to run out of business here. Consistent cash position, which is always good. And they do have some debt, but they've kept the debt at the same level. Debt to equity ratio is almost constant all the way through. They have not taken too much debt, as you can see here, maintaining their debt levels at 25 million or so. And they are positive from a free cash perspective and operating cash perspective. Gross margin is nice, solid, as you can see here. Subscription business gross margin, I love this. Operating margin negative, net margin negative, which is understandable. Look here, it's trending in the right direction from 15% negative, 11% negative. Same story with the net margin. So the trend is good here. They're also spending money on R&D. I love the companies to spend money on R&D, especially these internet and social media companies, because there's a lot of competition. You got to outgrow your competition by spending on innovation. And look here, we got sales growth, price to sales here, which is a little high, but it would be okay for a internet company, social media company, which is not a red flag for me. So with that, by looking at the number, clearly Sprout Social hit it out of the park here. I would buy Sprout Social at this pullback here and invest for the long haul. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.